Hi guys! I'm back to do a book review on The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. I loved this book. I can only say so much about it. Probably one of my favorite books by Nicholas Sparks so far. Haven't read all the books, so I can't say it's by far my favorite out of them all, but so far it is. So, out of a scale of like 1 to 5 stars, I would give it a 4 out of 5, I would say. 4 out of 5 stars. Really good storyline, good plot, loved everything about it, so a really good read. I would highly recommend it. It's about this guy named Mogen Tybalt, and he's in the military, and he comes across this picture of a woman, and it kind of like comes to him at a time where I don't know, I think it's different in the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I hear it's different how he finds it there. But in the book, he just kind of comes across it while he's out running and doesn't think much of it at first, kind of pins it up as like a lost picture for someone to claim, and when no one claims it, he kind of holds on to it. And he finds it brings him luck. It gets him out of many situations where he probably would have been killed. And at first he didn't believe it, but he had an encounter with one of his friends, and his friend was convincing him that he needs to find this girl to kind of pay back the luck, I guess, he got from it, if that makes sense. So he sets out on this trek to try and find this girl named Elizabeth, and he finds her, obviously, and it's just a story pretty much about, of course they fall in love, it's a Nicholas Sparks book, but it's really about two people who've just come from completely different backgrounds, coming together, really, I guess you can say. Elizabeth was a really amazing lead character for this. I really liked how her little son Ben was so cute. She was recently divorced, and her ex-husband in this is probably my least favorite person in the book. He kind of redeems himself at the end, if you know what I'm talking about, but wasn't a fan. And I really liked how it kind of switches point of views. So kind of like this, if you can see that. The chapter will say like Tybalt, and then maybe another one will say Beth. So when it says that, it kind of switches the point of view of the chapter, and I really liked that because you got to see 3 different points of view. So it would always be either Tybalt, Beth, or Clayton, her ex-husband's point of view, and it was just kind of funny when it would switch between them because you can tell who was thinking what. So I thought that was really cool to add to the book. Yeah, so overall it's a great book. It's about like I said, it's a love story about him finally finding this girl and what happens next. Like, where do you go from there when you finally found him? So it's kind of like, well, what now? Do you tell him? Do you not? When's the right time to tell her? And it's just a really good book. I would highly recommend it. So now this is the part where I would say if you have not read the book, probably would stop watching right here because I could only issue so many spoiler warnings because I want to discuss my thoughts on it now. And so if you've read it, keep watching. And if not, read it and definitely come back so you can kind of leave your comments on how you felt on certain parts as well. So, yeah. Alright, when I first read the book, I knew that the movie was coming out. I picked up this book, honestly, a long time ago, and it just kind of sat there, and not that I wasn't, like, interested in reading it, because I picked it up and I really wanted to, but there was always another book I wanted to read more. So when I found out that the movie was coming out, I knew I would definitely have to read this, because I'm the type of person that I have to read the book first before watching the movie, or else I won't read the book, because I like to be surprised when I read. And I feel like if I watch a movie or like a series or anything about a book that I haven't read yet, and if I watch the movies, I don't really read the book. I mean, I know it's a terrible thing to do because the book is usually a lot different and goes more in depth in certain things, but I'm just more likely to not read the book. So I definitely wanted to hurry and get this out of the way before I see it, and I know the movie's been out for a little bit, so I still have to go see that, but overall, I really loved the book, and I think what I loved most was, as much as I hated Clayton's character, I just kind of thought that added like not a funny side to the book, but whenever it was in his frame of mind, it was just so kind of funny to read. Like, he would be all saying one thing to Beth and hear it in her point of view, and she'd kind of think, oh, he's redeeming himself, and then you go to his point of view and he just wants to sleep with her. So I thought that was kind of weird, but yeah. And how do you guys think, like, what would you have done? The whole time I'm reading this, I'm thinking, would I have come forth and told her about the photo right away, or would I have waited? And I don't know what I would do, but I kind of thought she overreacted with that. Like, there's more serious things that could have, like, I know it's kind of creepy that he came to her for a picture, but if I heard the story out, it's not even that creepy. She just kind of jumped to conclusions before even hearing the reason why he has this picture of her. And it would kind of make sense if your brother's in the military. It's not like you stole it from your brother, but I just kind of thought she overreacted a little bit. I would have heard him out. Yes, that's what I thought about that part. Also, did you guys see what happened, like, the whole time when they would set up the whole treehouse thing, how it collapses at the end? I totally saw that coming. Like, I don't know, whenever they set up a book, like, oh, the treehouse is about to break down, I'm surprised it's even standing, they made mention of that every time he'd go to the treehouse, or over the bridge that was really shaky, so I kind of thought that, I saw that coming. I knew that there would be a part where Ben would be crossing or be in the treehouse and it would break, so I kind of saw that coming, I'm not going to lie. What I didn't see coming was Tybalt giving him the picture. I was so nervous because I know in a lot of Nicholas Sparks books, there's always a death, and sometimes they end sad, and so I was kind of like, no, if Tybalt dies, and because he doesn't have the picture, I would be so mad. So when they ended it with the last chapter, how they didn't say who died between Tybalt or Clayton, I thought for sure it was probably going to be Tybalt. I don't know why, but I just assumed it was going to be him, so I was so mad. So then, when it finally ends, like on the last page, and he comes in, I was, like, huge sigh of relief. So, but I really liked the, like I've mentioned 80 times through this video, it was so good. I couldn't put it down once you get into it, most like other Nicholas Sparks books. So, all in all, it was a great book, and yeah. Let me know what you guys think about it, and leave your comments down below. And thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.